Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So you think you just found the best cruise deal ever and you book it and you're so excited about your vacation, but then the extra charges start adding up and the great cruise deal now costs you hundreds of dollars more than you expected. Well, that is why in this week's video we're going to be covering 5 hidden cruise costs that you need to know before you set sail on your next cruise. The first hidden cost is Wi-Fi. A lot of first-time cruisers think that this is included in their cruise fare. However, it is not included. And there are multiple different ways that you can pay for the cruise Wi-Fi. You can buy a plan that lasts you throughout your entire cruise, or you can buy a day-by-day basis. So before you go and pay that Wi-Fi price, make sure you think about whether you actually need the Wi-Fi or if you just think you're going to use it but you might not actually use it, because it does cost a lot of money. So definitely think about whether you will use it before you pay it, because it is not included in your cruise fare. The second thing that costs extra money that many first-time cruisers don't know about is specialty restaurants. Many cruises have multiple different food options that are included and some that are not included. For example, a cruise will have a buffet and a main dining room that are included, as well as a few other options. But there are also always specialty restaurants that are not included in your cruise fare and you have to pay extra. And most of the time, cruisers don't pay those extra fees to go to those restaurants because there's so much food already included. So definitely make sure you think about whether you actually enjoy the experience and whether you actually need it to make your vacation better, because cruises tend to have a lot of food already included. The third thing that most cruisers think are included but are not included is the drinks package. Most cruisers think that when they buy a cruise fare that they automatically get the drinks package, but that is not how it works on a cruise. You do have to pay extra for the drinks package. So make sure you're doing the math and calculating how much you will drink. If you're like coffee, tea, that kind of soda, definitely calculate how much you're going to drink and calculate the cost of each one and figure out if it's cheaper just to buy it individually or to get the package, because it is a lot of money, and if you're not going to get the value of the package, then it's not worth buying it. The second thing that most first-time cruisers don't think about is the gratuities. Gratuities are fees that cruisers pay that go directly to the crew members that serve them, and that's normally how crew members get paid, is from the gratuities. And most of the time cruise lines don't include that in the fare that they advertise. It'll be charged to your onboard account once you get on board, and it's not included in your cruise fare. So most cruises tend to overlook this part of the fee, as I think everything is included. So make sure when you're going to book a cruise, you look at the cruise line's gratuity policy and see how much they charge per each guest per day for gratuities, and do the math and add that to your cruise fare so you know exactly how much you will be spending when you go on board, so you're not encountered with any surprise. The last thing that most first-time cruisers tend to overlook is short excursions. They might think that for short excursions are included. They are not included in your cruise fare. You do have to pay extra to go on short excursions, and most of the time, I mentioned this in my previous videos, cruise line excursions do cost more than outside shore excursions, and most of the time outside shore excursions take you more places and you're in a smaller group. You just don't get that guarantee that the ship will wait for you. However, you can time it out and still make it back before the ship leaves. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to buy a shore excursion, to get the outside shore excursion package, not with the cruise line, but either way, they're not included in your cruise fare, so definitely make sure you add those costs in. And hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, like, comment, turn post notifications on, to all of those things, and reminder that there are free ways to support this channel, and I will really appreciate your guys' support. To make these videos possible, and make sure you stay tuned because some fun videos will be coming in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video.